So here we have come to the third stanza of the poem Dolphins. We have seen the way human to tortures them. Now, what is the thing we should pay attention here? And we are no longer blessed, for the world will not deepen to dream in. Now they are no more in their natural habitat of the oceans or the sea. They are now in a place that they are not habituated with. So their dreams are shattered, murdered, butchered, minced into pieces. So they are no more blessed. They would be blessed if they were in the oceans or in the seas. But they are no more blessed as they are in the narrow and small aquatic tank. For the world will not deepen to dream in. This world, this present aquarium or this water park is not deep enough to store their dream, to have their dream. One more thing you can see here. Here the dolphin is not talking about itself only. They talk about the group. That is why the term we is used here. So they are having sympathy for each other as well as feelings for each other. To third stanza, the first thing that is noticeable here is their collective awareness for each other. The other knows, and out of love reflects me for myself. They are social. They think for each other. They feel for each other. And what is mentioned here, the other knows, and out of love reflects me for myself. The other dolphins know his pain. The other means the other dolphins know his pain. Out of love reflects me for myself. And sometime the other dolphins sympathize him for this very painful situation. In the self-same way, this very speaker dolphin sympathizes other dolphins. So they are in a world where there is only pain, where there is no facilities to have their dream. But only one positive side is there amidst the darkness of imprisonment, that is sympathy and fellow feeling for each other. These dolphins are not heartless or senseless. They have the sense. We see our silver skin flash like memory. When they see each other's silver skin, they immediately start recalling their past, because the silver skins flash like memory of somewhere else. When they look at each other's silver skin, they start thinking about the place far, far away, far, far deep, far, far bluer, and far, far more beautiful. The oceans and the seas. So when they look at each other, they start feel for each other. They start feel sad. They start feeling sympathetic for each other. Immediately, they start thinking about those oceans and seas. So here everyone is sad with each other's present and each other's past. When they look at each other, the silver skin flashes upon each other's eyes, and they immediately start recalling their glorious past in the middle of the ocean. There is a colored ball. There is a large side color ball. We have to balance till the man has disappeared. So till the human beings are there in that water park, they need to do several painful acts. So they have a color ball, they have to balance that ball on the tip of their nose in order to entertain the spectators all around the park. It's very, very filthy experience, very painful and cheap experience that the dolphins have, as if they are paid for such kind of action. To balance till the man has disappeared, until the human beings are there, they have to balance that one. They play. People find that they are very playful creatures, very loving creatures, and very energetic creatures. Not that. There is a deep pain inside the core of their heart. And that deep pain can be vanished only if they find their deep blue and dark ocean. So the third stanza is also a kind of repetition of human torture over others. But the human torture is obviously a painful act here, but that is surpassed, that is covered up with something greater, something better, and something exemplary. That is feelings for each other. Even the animals do have feelings for each other. Sometimes that one we miss, we human beings miss that one. We sometimes forget to feel for each other. We become too much selfish. It's a kind of direct hint at human behavior, at human attitude. Indirectly, the poet has mentioned that human selfishness through the gracious and selfless activity of these dolphins. So, from the first line, if we see, we are no longer blessed, they are no more blessed. They are blessed till they were in the ocean or in the sea. And the blessings is totally evaporated, just like the camphor in the open air. As they are caught and brought in this water park for human amusement. For our amusement, we have different sources. It is necessary to capture these dolphins, make them play that they don't want, make them do such act that they don't want. Very painful. Next. So other knows what? Other knows the pain of this dolphin. Similarly, this dolphin knows the pain of others. And when they look at each other's shiny skin, that silver skin, they start thinking about their original habitat, the deep blue oceans. But there is nothing to do. They are once captured, they will not be sent back. In many ways, it is indirectly hinting, the poem is indirectly hinting at human action, human attitude, human follies. Just like one of the follies mentioned here is selfishness. And it is done in a different way. It is not directly mentioned, instead contradictorily mentioned. We can call it an irony, or we can call it that a comparative study. Okay, irony will be better suited. That human follies, human selfishness is raised, is highlighted brightly and brilliantly with the selfless activities of these dolphins. They have feelings for each other, which we don't have normally. Nowadays, if people have feelings for each other, that seems to be very special. That becomes highlighted, since these are very rare. This is not common, but for other animals it is very common. So, if we make an evaluation, or if we make a commentary on this very poem, the format of the poem is very easy. So, it's the words, and to understand this one is also very easy. So, while describing or dealing with the poem in your exam, what you should do, what you should not do, what you should do, that you should write all the moralistic side of this poem. This poem is obviously a moralistic one. This is, if you look at the artistic side of the poem, that is very faint. But if you look at the social side, moralistic side, that is very properly highlighted here. For the better view, just I am going to show you the screen ones, that so that you can write what I have written. Hopefully you can see this one. Okay. So here we conclude this video for today.